Hello and welcome into the broadcast, everybody. I am Samuel Reese coming to you live today. And what a game on hand today, folks. It's the UEFA EURO 2020 final. What a great month-long tournament it has been, and it culminates tonight from London, England, 8 p.m. local time at Wembley Stadium, where the host England face Italy for the European Championship. The referee tonight is Bjorn Kuipers of the Netherlands, and it's a German and Dutch officiating crew tonight, including the assistant referees, the fourth official, and the video assistant referees. Both captains, Giorgio Chiellini and Harry Kane, meeting at midfield for the coin toss. And before we kick off at Wembley, let's get to the starting lineups. First for Italy, who are led by Roberto Mancini. It's Gianluigi Donnarumma in goal. Four at the back. The fullbacks are Giovanni Di Lorenzo and Emerson. In the center back pairing, of course, is Leonardo Bonucci and the captain Giorgio Chiellini. The three in the midfield are Nicolo Barella, Jorginho, and Marco Verratti. And then the three up top, Federico Chiesa, Ciro Immobile, and Lorenzo Insigne. Meanwhile, for England, who are led by Gareth Southgate, it's Jordan Pickford between the sticks. Three at the back from Southgate, Harry Maguire, John Stones, and Kyle Walker. The four in the midfield are Luke Shaw, Declan Rice, Calvin Phillips, and Kieran Trippier. And then the three up top, Raheem Sterling, the captain Harry Kane, and Mason Mount. What a match we should be in for tonight. Thank you, Rohan, for tuning in. And thank you, Justin, for also stopping in over on Twitch. This should be a great game. The atmosphere is just superb. Up to 65,000 fans permitted into Wembley Stadium tonight. The whole nation of England on the edge of their seats, whether it be in the stadium or in their living rooms. And of course, Italy have arguably played the best football throughout the tournament, and they are looking to damper the atmosphere inside historic Wembley Stadium. England in pursuit of their first European championship and their first major title since all the way back to the World Cup in the 50s. And off we go. Italy kick off. The UEFA Euro 2020 final is underway. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. This should be a great occasion. Italy in all blue, by the way, attacking from left to right in this first half. England in their traditional white colors, attacking from right to left. You're back. I appreciate it, GameX. What a game this should be. Here is Kyle Walker. England coming off of a thrilling yet controversial 2-1 victory after extra time against Denmark in the semifinals. Italy, meanwhile, defeated Spain in penalty kicks. What a semifinal that was. This is Maguire in a horrible back pass that. Well off the mark to Jordan Pickford, and it's an early corner kick conceded by the English. What's up, Michael? How you doing? You're pulling for England as well as Justin. All right. Very good. Very good. Good afternoon to you as well. Yeah, that is true, Rohan. The English supporters did not behave well at all in that Denmark game. Yeah, you are correct. A fan pointed a laser at Kasper Schmeichel on a penalty kick. England got fined as a result, as this cross is cleared away by England. Thank you, Ben, for stopping in as well. It really is a match that's too close to call. I agree. Now it's Harry Kane in space. Kane to the far side. Kieran Trippier on the ball. Trippier, edge of the box, delivers a cross, and there's a shot, and there's the opening goal. It's Luke Shaw in the second minute who sends Wembley into an absolute frenzy. 1-0. The hosts on top. The three Lions are roaring wildly in the early stages of this one. Absolute scenes in London as England grabbed the opener. Luke Shaw delivers at the back post. And what a start to this Euro final. Just a dream start for the hosts. It all came off of an Italian corner kick in England, really showing something in transition that we haven't seen often this tournament, and that is efficiency. A really good cross delivered to the back post. Kieran Trippier putting it on a platter, and Luke Shaw with the one-time finish to the near post. No chance for Donnarumma. England on top. A humble celebration from Gareth Southgate. It's obviously extremely early, but England have got off on the front foot, much to the dismay of Roberto Mancini. Well, how about that for a start to this Euro final? Luke Shaw in the second minute delivers the goods. And my goodness, if Wembley wasn't rocking already, it certainly is now. Thank you, Vaughn, for tuning in also. And hello to you, TG. What a start. And guess what? That is the earliest goal in a Euro final in the history of the competition. There's never been a goal scored inside the opening 2 minutes. And for the neutral and English supporters, of course, this is just the start everyone wanted. A handball called. Free kick to England as that went off the arm of Jorginho. Yeah, Ben's certainly screaming right now. There's no doubt about it. And how will Italy respond to some early adversity in this match? We shall see the answer to that. This is a bouncing ball coming Harry Kane's way. And down went Jorginho. Free kick awarded. No, I don't think either team was really expecting that kind of start. But England will certainly take it. Wow. Right out of the gates. Who am I pulling for, Michael? I'm pulling for Italy. I know Ben will not be pleased to hear that. I've never really liked England, and I think Italy are a really fun team to watch. I've enjoyed watching them this tournament. And yeah, I just think not Ben, but a lot of England supporters are very arrogant and classless. I'm not saying every England fan is, but I just, for the longest time, I just I can't stand England, to be honest with you. But hey, hats off to them for this great start. It's not like I'll be mad if they win it. I mean, good for them. If they win it, then it'll be deserved. They haven't, of course, won a major title in a long, long time, and they've never won the Euros, of course. So yeah, I'm pulling for Italy, but hey, I'll be, of course, neutral in my commentary as always. As this is settled, and now maybe a chance for Federico Chiesa. Chiesa brought down, and the whistle is blown. Free kick to Italy. The free kick awarded. Yeah, Michael, I said I said 1-0 Italy. That was my prediction. So that's already down the drain. That's already down the drain. So much for that prediction. As a free kick will be on the way in a very dangerous area for the Italians. Jordan Pickford setting up his wall. And what can Italy do from this set piece? Your dad said Italy 2-1. All right. That's still in the running. Here comes the strike over the wall and just over the crossbar as Lorenzo Insigne stepped up. Actually, it looked like he curled that around the wall, in fact. Just couldn't keep it down. Well, the Italians in this tournament have played really good football, haven't they? England have been impressive in their own way, and it seems like they have been getting better and better as the tournament has progressed. Yes, they grinded out some results, but England won't care how they got here. It's just that they got here. And of course, it'll be all for nothing if they don't come out victorious tonight. That's off of Federico Chiesa. Throw into England. Chiesa's had a wonderful tournament after a really good season in Serie A for Juventus. Still a very young player as well. Yeah, I suppose so. I suppose so. Luke Shaw will take the English throw-in. He's the goal scorer. Now it's the captain, Harry Kane, with the blast forward. The header right to Raheem Sterling. And he's taken down. The foul against Giorgio Chiellini. This referee, Bjorn Kuipers, obviously a very experienced one, and an official who is from the Netherlands. And an interesting storyline is that he was the official that was Marco Verratti, who of course starts for Italy tonight, who he blamed swore at him in the Champions League, in a Champions League game this past season. So just something to keep in mind, because there was of course some controversy surrounding Bjorn Kuipers and Marco Verratti when PSG bowed out of the Champions League. Hey, I completely understand. I'm sure Ben is very, very nervous, which I would be too if my country were playing in a European Championship final. As that cross is whipped in, Italy looking to clear, and now off they go. Maybe a counter-attacking chance, but breaking that up is Kieran Trippier, who signals for Insigne to get right back up. It was Giorgio Chiellini cutting out the cross, or else perhaps it would have gone through to Raheem Sterling. How does my dad feel about it? He's rooting for Italy as well. Yeah, he wants to see Italy beat England. Yeah, after 50 years, exactly. And this is floated in over the top. Pickford is there. When it comes to the FIFA World Rankings, Italy 7th, England 4th. And this will be a long throw out wide from Jordan Pickford. Stabbed away by Chiesa. It will stay with England. Yeah. Yeah, my dad actually isn't home right now. He is watching the game, but at his brother's house, my uncle's house, because my dad referees soccer, and he what was I gonna say? He had a game earlier, and then he has a game around the same location, which is near where my uncle lives. So he just went over to my uncle's house to watch the game, rather than coming all the way back home, because then he wouldn't be able to make it to his next game after that. Yeah, my dad is Portuguese. I know Portuguese typically don't go for the Italians, but my dad just can't stand England. So it's not that he's like, all in for Italy, but he'd like to see them win, mainly because he doesn't like England. Not that he likes Italy, if that makes sense. Your wife is Italian? Really? And you're there screaming for England. Very funny. Team scoring first at the Euros are 35-4-9. Something to keep in mind. And now England on the attack once more. The cross dealt with by Di Lorenzo. He does concede a corner kick. It's no surprise that it's a rainy night in London. It wouldn't be a proper Euro final in England if the rain wasn't coming down. Yeah, well, Vaughn, I feel like a lot of people outside, most people outside of England, I feel like dislike them. So yeah, I think you have a point there. Right, I know, Rohan, I know. I was just bringing it up, but I know the rankings are pointless as that is cradled in by Donnarumma, and now he'll roll it out quickly. Taken down was Immobile. No foul called as the referee thought Immobile was selling it. And now here is John Stones on the ball. England up a goal. Sorry, I'm just trying to sort out my colors. I got it messed up. There we go. We're going to make it red with England in the lead. There we go. So I was trying to do earlier as it's now Mason Mount on the ball. Declan Rice for Calvin Phillips. Thanks everyone for tuning in to this great occasion. Up the line, Shaw finding Mount. Sliding in was Jorginho. It's off of him last. Corner kick for the host. I know they're of no use, Rohan. Here in the U.S., we love rankings, so I just brought them up because why not? But I know they're useless. I know they're useless. Pretend I didn't say it then. Here's the corner kick. Kieran Trippier standing over it. It's whipped in, headed clear. And now Shaw out wide, settled nicely by Trippier. And now Mount with the delivery, landing right into the arms of Donnarumma. Now I know you're fooling around, Rohan. I know. I understand. A quarter of an hour played in Wembley. England, with a second-minute goal from Luke Shaw, are in front. Absolutely, Vaughn. Yeah, it's always sad when big tournaments like the Euros and World Cup end. I'm definitely going to miss it, especially the early stages of the tournament where there were, games all day. That was a blast. But yeah, it's going to be sad, once the Euros come to a close in a couple of hours' time. But it is what it is. The tournament has to end sometime, as this is cleared once more by England. I am looking forward to Gold Cup. I will be on the call for the United States and Haiti tonight. That game starts at 9 Eastern time. So I can't wait to be on the call for that. And that ball, was it kept in play? No, not quite, by Declan Rice. Yeah, most definitely, Michael. Very sad news about Paul Mariner. Yeah, he was an absolute legend. I actually got to meet him when I was very young. I attended a New England Revolution practice. I got to talk with Steve Nicol and Paul Mariner, and yeah, he was very kind. And from everyone I've heard that were close to him, he just seemed like a great guy. As great of a player as he was, he was a fantastic human being as well. It's sad to see him go, but at least he's not suffering anymore because he was battling brain cancer. But yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, it was definitely cool to meet him when he was the assistant coach for the Revs, as offside is called. Paul Mariner, Rohan, he played for the England national team. He was an Arsenal legend. He also played for Ipswich Town, and then at the end of his career, moved here to the USA, and I think he played for Albany, I believe, in the what league was that? That wasn't the NASL, was it? But he did play here in the U.S. and then he was an assistant coach with the New England Revolution before he retired, and then he was a pundit here in the United States for ESPN. So yeah, definitely a legend, and he'll definitely be missed. But we'll see if England can win it tonight for him. But yeah, definitely sad to hear that. Definitely sad. Yeah, from everything I've heard, he was a great guy. I mean, he was a phenomenal footballer, but an even better person from everything I've heard. So yeah, Stones with the header, and now it rolls out of play. It will be Emerson taking the throw in. Some info on MLS. What you want me to give you? Some info on MLS. Um, it's a great league, Rohan. You've got what are there 27 teams in the league now. Uh, the league keeps on growing. You've got the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. My favorite club, the New England Revolution, are on top of the Eastern Conference right now. I should mention. There are playoffs too, just like all other American sports. There are playoffs. Yeah, I definitely recommend watching MLS. I know people say it's a trash league and stuff. I really like. Obviously, the quality is not anywhere near European top leagues, but it's getting better, and there is some real talent in the league. Um, and some great fan bases too. Justin, that's because they're tuning in on YouTube. So yeah, you're over on Twitch. These other people that are commenting are on YouTube. So I stream across both YouTube and Twitch. So that is why, Justin. Best teams in MLS. Well, right now, the Seattle Sounders are the best team in the league. The New England Revolution are also up there. Toronto FC have, over the past decade or so, have always been a good team, but they're doing very poorly this season. Some other good teams include Los Angeles FC, who have a great fan base, by the way, as a free kick goes to England. Orlando City are pretty good. Yeah, so those are some of the top teams right now. Yeah, LA Galaxy. They historically speaking, yes, they've been one of the best franchises in MLS. They have struggled a bit lately, but you're right, GameX. Actually, this season the Galaxy are doing better than their last couple of seasons. I think they're third or fourth in the Western Conference. So yeah, the LA Galaxy are a good shout as well. They have Chicharito, so he's been leading the way for them. Yes, Zlatan was with the Galaxy. Yes, yep, he was with the Galaxy. He was the star of the league when he was with the Galaxy. He was a fun player to watch here in MLS. That was a good time with Zlatan. Should there be a playoffs in European soccer leagues? No. Traditionally, over more than 100 years in European soccer leagues, they've run leagues the way they do it, and there hasn't been playoffs, so there would be no reason to change that. England, by the way, had no losses in major tournament games at Wembley Stadium. So that is something to take note of as a man is down for Italy. Playoffs is just an American thing mostly, Vaughn. So no, you're not gonna see playoffs in European soccer leagues. It's Jorginho who's down for Italy. He of course plays his club football in London for Chelsea. Won a Champions League title with them. Yeah, Rohan, playoffs are it's basically a postseason tournament. So obviously in the European soccer leagues, first place at the end of the season is the champion. In Major League Soccer and different sports leagues here in the US, they don't do it like that. So after the regular season, a certain number of teams make the playoffs. So I think there's 28 teams in MLS, 14 in each conference. So half of the teams in the league make the playoffs. So it's 7 from the East, 7 from the West. And then based on how you did in the regular season, like the number 1 seed gets a bye. And then the number 2 seed will host the number 7 seed. The number 3 will host the 6. 4 will host 5. And then it's a bracket, like the World Cup and Euro knockout stages. So based on how you do in the regular season, then you have playoffs. It's a single elimination. So the playoffs are exciting. And so then you have a bracket. And then at the end of the playoffs, the Eastern Conference winner plays the Western Conference winner in the MLS Cup final. And then the winner of that is MLS champion. So, yeah, it's definitely a foreign concept for, people like you and those, outside of the United States. But yeah, it's how we do it here in the United States. So I know that sounds strange. And then for people here in the U.S. who don't follow European soccer, say, whenever I tell them that they don't have playoffs, they that's a crazy concept to them. So yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting point. Here's Chiesa, the cross delivered. England looking to get it out of danger. The header sent forward by Declan Rice. Here is Rice still with it. And now the captain, Harry Kane. Kane hits the brakes. Now reverses for Luke Shaw. '24th minute, England in front. The best start imaginable for England as Luke Shaw scored just 2 minutes into the match. And now it's sent well downfield by Jordan Pickford. Here's Raheem Sterling. What a move. Sterling breaking free. Sterling eventually met by Bonucci. And now Verratti goes back to Donnarumma. No foul called, and in space down the left wing, it's Lorenzo Insigne. Insigne still going, and the pass cut out by Harry Maguire. Calvin Phillips challenged by Chiesa. A goal kick, however, awarded to England. That looked like a promising opportunity, ultimately wasted by Italy. I should do the Indian Soccer League one day, Vaughn. Yeah, perhaps I should. I know ESPN Plus shows some games from the Indian Soccer League. Unfortunately, I can't get it on my TV, which would be problematic for streaming it. But maybe one day, we'll see. I'm not all that familiar with the Indian Soccer League, in all honesty, but I have checked it out now and again on ESPN Plus. Because this past season was the first time that us here in the U.S. were able to watch the Indian Soccer League. A reminder that the MLS season continues on Saturday when the New England Revolution take on Atlanta United. That's at 5 Eastern time. And then next Sunday at 2, it's a Western Conference clash between Minnesota United and the Seattle Sounders. What's going on, Ernado? Yes, I am watching the match right now, providing live play-by-play commentary. Appreciate you tuning in on YouTube as Kieran Trippier is flagged offside. Yeah, exactly, Vaughn. I do have Indian viewers, so maybe one day I will call it. The Indian League is good, but you don't watch it? Okay. Yeah. The Bengali Derby. Yeah. Ernado, unfortunately, I can't show the match due to copyright reasons. But if you live in the United States, this game is on ESPN, ESPN Plus, and Univision. If you live outside the United States, I don't think I can help you. Unfortunately, I live in the USA, so that is those are the channels that the match is on here in the US. ESPN and ESPN Plus are the English language telecasts, and then Univision is where you can watch it in Spanish if you're from the US. If not, I can't help you, unfortunately. Chiesa to Verratti. And now a strike from distance, but it's well wide. from Lorenzo Insigne. I don't think there was a deflection on its way in. You can see that there's perhaps some frustration kicking in for Italy. It was indeed an England goal kick. Verratti slid in with the intervention, but it's back with Harry Kane. Kane under some pressure. It's won back now by England. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I heard that in England it's on BBC and ITV, but I don't know for sure. So on the ball is Jorginho. Nicolo Barella. 1-0 England in front. Thanks everyone for stopping by today. That's stolen by Stones. England could be in business. This is Kane. Kane holds, looking for support. Now it goes back for Declan Rice. Rice out wide to the goal scorer in Luke Shaw. No, I don't have any thoughts on that, Rohan. I'm done. I've had enough GOAT debates. I think Ronaldo and Messi are both phenomenal players, and I'll leave it at that. I love watching both of them. So I'm not going to argue one against the other because I enjoy watching each of them. You've got school tomorrow and you're watching the match past midnight. That's crazy, man. Wow, it is the Euro final after all, so I can't really blame you. Yeah, here in the USA, we're on summer break, so I've been out of school since the 21st of June, and the next school year doesn't start up until the 31st of August. So fortunately, I'm on summer break, which is nice. But good luck in school tomorrow, because it doesn't look like you're going to get a lot of sleep. As a foul is called against Italy, we are closing in on the half-hour mark. As Mason Mount was dragged down. Luke Shaw's second-minute goal has the hosts in front. We are seeing a bit of a nervy first 30 minutes from Italy, especially conceding early. That's a wonderfully timed slide tackle from Verratti, but now won back by Sterling. Right. That is true, GameX. You were up bright and early for the Copa America final, which was last night for me. Right now it's Sunday afternoon where I live, so. Emerson. And now Leo Bonucci. He'll find Giorgio Chiellini. Italy with some sustained possession. Chiellini forward for Jorginho. And now Insigne taking strides into the box. The pass turned over to Rice. One back now by Verratti. Verratti holds. And that pass is claimed by Jorginho. Out wide on the right flank for Di Lorenzo. Now with it is Federico Chiesa. Barella, who had that gorgeous goal against Belgium. Yeah, advantage of having friends overseas, exactly. Yeah, I'm not sure how similar, schooling is in India compared to the USA, but I just finished up 11th grade, so I'll be in 12th grade in the fall. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's equivalent to 11th class, but so next year will be my last year of high school, and then I'll be off to college. Advantage played, and Verratti has it. Now it's laid ahead by Insigne, and out it goes. The last touch from Emerson, who is not afraid to exchange some words with Kieran Trippier. Yeah, I mean, each year school gets harder and harder. That's how it is. So, yeah, I wasn't able to watch the fight Game X, but I did hear all about it. Yeah, what McGregor like broke his ankle or something, right? Here's Raheem Sterling laid ahead to Mount, back for Sterling, but in came Chiellini. It was the right idea from Sterling. And now it's out on the far side for an England throw-in. Yeah, it definitely seemed like it was unfortunate what happened to Conor McGregor, because that was only after like the first round, right? Where they had to end it. Yeah. You want them to have a rematch and Conor to win? Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Do I still wear a mask? I'm vaccinated, Vaughn. So in most places now where I live in Massachusetts, businesses and stores don't require masks if you're vaccinated. So no. This is Chiesa driving forward. Chiesa the strike! And it's just wide from the Juve man. What a chance for Italy that was. Italy so direct, and it nearly resulted in the tying goal. But going back to your question, Vaughn, now that I'm vaccinated, no, I only wear masks where it's required, which is, public transport. If I'm on a train or I haven't flown yet, but I may go somewhere on vacation in August. So I only wear a mask where it's required. But since I'm vaccinated, no, I do not. And I think in the fall when we return to school, we won't have to wear masks anymore either. In India, people wear 2 masks. Yeah. Yeah, fortunately for us here in the USA, the vaccination distribution was really good. So a good amount of the population is vaccinated. As Luke Shaw has it, shot across the 6-yard box, and away it goes. Last-ditch defending there. But yeah, no, only a few months ago, masks in the state I live in were still required for just about everything. But no, now that a lot of people have got vaccinated, everything's opening up to full capacity pretty much. All businesses, stadiums for sporting events, and so forth. So yeah, it's looking good. We're trending in the right direction. So hopefully things improve in India. I know you guys got hit hard only like a month ago, right? I don't know how things are now. Here is Jorginho. Now it's played to Donnarumma. Justin, the game settled down a bit. It's been pretty evenly matched so far, in all honesty. Thank you, Butterburger, for joining over on Twitch. I appreciate it. As Harry Kane has it for England. Yeah, England have been dangerous in the box, to be honest. But for Italy, they've been looking a little more direct as of late. We're in the 38th minute now. Are there any sites that you can watch it? I'm not sure, Renato. I'm not sure. There may be some illegal sites that you can get the game off of, but I don't know of any now. Sorry, man. But if you do, oh, that's a dangerous tackle. Free kick given. If you do live in the USA, once again, if you have a ESPN Plus account, you can watch it online on ESPN Plus. But yeah, you can do a bit of a self promo. Go ahead, Rohan. Go ahead, man. Oh, okay, GameX. Okay. Yeah, people in the US a lot don't wear it correctly either. But now most people just don't wear masks because it's not required. As the flag goes up, Ciro Immobile couldn't quite hold up his run. Gareth Southgate and England with the upper edge in the tactical battle so far. About 6 minutes left in the half before we enter stoppage time. Jordan Pickford in no hurry to take this free kick. This ball will go all the way through and out for an Italian goal kick. Can only imagine what the atmosphere has been like in London and throughout the country all day long. Apparently, all the way to 8 hours before kickoff, there were thousands upon thousands of fans lining up outside of Wembley Stadium. Only 65,000 let in, but probably another 65,000 or so lining up around the stadium. In fact, there was some chaos before the match where some fans were trying to break into Wembley who didn't have tickets, but that situation was settled and put under control, thankfully. That was a poor cross in the end. Now comes back out to midfield. Leonardo Bonucci has it. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. 40th minute as we approach the final minutes of the first half. Yeah, I do wear it correctly, Vaughn. I do. I mean, the last time I wore a mask, though, was probably last day of school, to be honest with you. Everywhere I've gone since I'm vaccinated, masks aren't required. Yeah, I don't think I've worn a mask since the last day of school, to be honest with you, because it was still required inside school as a foul is called. Mason Mount with the infraction. Ciro Immobile found Barella, and then Mount caught the shin of Barella. Yeah, I'm definitely eager to go to college. I'm excited to go to college and become a bit more independent. Obviously it's nerve-wracking and exciting at the same time. But yeah, it'll definitely be an exciting step forward in my journey for sure. Now it comes out to the edge of the box. Oh, is that right? That's awesome, GameX. That's fantastic, man. Yeah. Now it's Federico Chiesa on the left wing. Marco Verratti. Verratti out wide. This is Emerson. Italy very patient in their build-up right now. Now the cross blocked that time by Kieran Trippier, the Atletico Madrid fullback. And it's misplayed by Insigne. A wasted throw-in as Italy give it right back to England. Goal kick it is. Oh, your aunt lives in D.C., Rohan? All you heard was Trump and Trump. Yeah. Yeah, Trump was well, we did have the presidential elections back in November. So yes, Trump was a big storyline. But that's Trump has calmed down in the news, at least a little bit, since Joe Biden took over as president. Oh yeah, definitely, Vaughn. You're always going to have some nerves at first, but college is a good time. You'll have a good time, I'm sure. As that ball is handled by Donnarumma. Yeah, Rohan, I live north of DC. Probably, let me see what Google Maps says, how far away I'm from DC. I've driven down to DC before. Definitely a cool city. And was that a foul? No, it wasn't. Down went Declan Rice. Didn't get the call he was looking for. Yeah, that's what I was going to. DC is about a 7-hour drive from where I live. All right, sounds great, Justin. I appreciate you tuning in once more. And have a great rest of your day, man. I appreciate it. Here come Italy. This ball floated right to the feet of Insigne. Insigne met by Trippier and Walker. In the corner flag, he gets it to Verratti. And now Emerson, edge of the box. Emerson onto his left. Knocked away by Maguire. Italy maintained possession. 45th minute. Closing in on stoppage time in the opening half. Now Di Lorenzo for Bonucci. Jorginho. And now over the top, Verratti finds Insigne, but Trippier is there to clear that one out of play for an Italian throw-in. And there will be 4 minutes added on to the end of the first half. So 4 minutes tacked on. No, I do not know someone that likes to wear a mask, Vaughn. I think everyone is tired of it. Oh, I appreciate that, Rohan. I appreciate that. That's what people have said. They said I have a sports broadcasting voice, a commentator's voice. So I definitely appreciate it. Yeah, I guess I'm fortunate to have a natural sports broadcasting voice, considering it's something I want to do. Italy attempting to switch the point of attack. The header out by Shaw. Yeah, Game X. So I actually have me and another kid who is a sports broadcaster as well. As that shot's blocked. Now it comes out to Jorginho. Verratti on the turn has his effort saved. Me and another sports broadcaster, we each share one StreamYard account. So there's something called StreamYard, which allows you to stream to multiple different platforms and also put up, graphics like I have here with the scoreboard and the ticker. And yeah, so you have to pay $20 a month. So he and I each pay 10 a month, which I definitely think it's worth it for what I do, because it's definitely helpful being able to stream to YouTube, Twitch, and I also stream to Periscope as well, which broadcasts on Twitter. You can stream up to 3 platforms, which is really nice to, make my availability greater on multiple different platforms. And I also like having a scoreboard here so the viewers, have a good idea for what's going on, and just makes the broadcast look better overall. That pass turned over. About 2 minutes left in first half stoppage time now. Maguire for Shaw. Now on the ball is Declan Rice. Shaw ahead for Mount. Now Sterling. Sterling looking to lay it off. He couldn't get it to Harry Kane, though. Now Barella. Diagonal ball, cross field. Insigne settles it down for Chiesa. Chiesa still on his feet with possession. Bonucci looks wide. Emerson saves it. A minute left in the half. Maybe one last chance for Italy before the midway point at Wembley. Now Bonucci. Over to Di Lorenzo. And now a long-range effort, but that's well off the mark from Bonucci. Goal kick for England. Oh yeah, most definitely Rohan. Yeah, the only reason I haven't been able to start doing, some little videos where I make predictions and so on, is because I was gone on vacation. So I didn't, I was outside of commentating the 2 Euro semifinals. I wasn't at my, I was on the beach pretty much. So, but no, now that I'm back home, I'll definitely have the opportunity to do that. And yeah, for sure, Rohan. And now a foul is called. Nope, rather, the halftime whistle is blown. And the England fans are jubilant at the moment. They are pleased with their country's first half performance. Italy 0, England 1 after 45 minutes at Wembley Stadium. Of course, still so much time left in this final. Italy certainly aren't going away, but it's Luke Shaw's second-minute goal that has the 3 Lions in front at Wembley. Both sides will head to the locker room. About a 15-minute break before both teams will head back onto the pitch for what should be a thrilling final 45 minutes in this Euro final. It's been a fantastic tournament and a great final so far, and still so much time left. I saw that game, X. An England supporter had a Euro trophy replica. Yep. And so I will be back after a quick break. Don't go anywhere. The halftime report is just around the corner. England with the slight edge over Italy. And England, of course, in pursuit of just their second major tournament trophy and their first European Championship trophy. And all across London, England, the fans were going berserk after Luke Shaw put the host in front. In Manchester as well, throughout the nation, the fans going absolutely insane. We'll see if it stays that way by the end of the night. England up by a goal. The halftime report next. Welcome back into the broadcast, everybody, and I welcome you into the halftime report. Luke Shaw scoring for England in the second minute. About a dream start for the hosts at Wembley Stadium. And the European Championship trophy is, of course, in the building. And for this big occasion, as I said, it was just a brilliant start from England. You couldn't have asked for a better start. Harry Kane sending it wide for Trippier, and a gorgeous ball crossed into the back post, and Luke Shaw with the one-time finish. Just a brilliant team goal, and England are in front at the interval. Just what a start it was, really. And, of course, England on the front foot. The shot actually nicked the post, but still went in nonetheless. Italy would have their opportunities. In fact, in the 35th minute, it would be quite the chance for Federico Chiesa. Somewhat of a long-range effort on his left foot. Just wide. That was Italy's best look. Italy outpossessed England 62-38%, and they outshot England 6-1 as well. Italy, of course, coming into this match on a 33-match unbeaten streak. England, meanwhile, in 16 major tournament matches at Wembley, have never lost. 11 wins, 5 draws, no defeats. All right, I appreciate you letting me know, Ben, and I completely understand. You take care of your dogs at halftime, and I know you must be a nervous wreck right now. But hey, England are in front, and we'll see how the second half plays out. Yeah, Ben is certainly happy right now with his side in front, and yeah, just going back to that England goal, it was certainly Luke Shaw just completely left wide open at the back post. As great of a goal as it was from England, Italy had all of their focus in front of goal, forgetting about Luke Shaw making the back post run, and that was just extremely costly, but a well-taken strike by Luke Shaw. He really couldn't have hit it cleaner. Yeah, I'm sure that's the case, Ben. I'm sure that's the case. With all that being said, after England got off to a great start, I thought Italy did decent. I thought they did a decent job. It's no surprise that they've been outpossessing England, in my opinion. I kind of expected that coming into the match. They've outshot England 6-1. So Italy are very much still in this game. There's still a lot of game left. Yes, England are in front. And despite a happy and jubilant atmosphere inside Wembley, it's a tense and nervous one at the same time as well. Just crazy scenes in London. Will England be able to hold on for the victory, or will Italy come back? We shall see. I'll look ahead to the second half after a quick break. I know, Rohan. Isn't that true? I'll be back. Stay tuned. Coverage of the Euro final continues next. Welcome back into the halftime report, everybody. That is true, Ben. That is true. At least your dogs are getting those extra walks and exercise. No doubt about it. Yeah, it is some unfamiliar territory for England being in their first Euro final. But they've handled the pressure well thus far. Of course, still a lot of time left. I appreciate all of you guys who have tuned in today. Much appreciated as always. It's been a thrill calling this tournament, and hopefully this tournament can end with a bang and hopefully a great second half from Wembley Stadium. And I thoroughly believe that there's going to be some twists and turns in the second half. I don't think it's going to be as simple as England just holding on to the 1-0 lead. That might turn out to be the case. I just get the sense that Italy are going to come out of the gates alive in the second half. We shall see, but it's Luke Shaw's second-minute goal that has England in front. The whole nation going crazy in the second half is coming your way next. You won't want to miss it. Stay tuned. The final 45 are on the other side. Welcome back, everybody. We are ready for the start of the second half. Italy already back on the pitch. England will follow shortly. And what will these final 45 minutes have in store? We shall see. Just past 9 p.m. local time in London, the England fans certainly enjoying themselves at the moment. Will those celebrations continue, however? That will obviously depend fully on how these final 45 minutes go inside Wembley Stadium on a rainy Sunday night in the nation's capital. England now out of the tunnel, back onto the pitch. And no changes from either manager to start the second half. And thank you, Ethan the Elk, for tuning in. Vaughn sent you here first time here. I appreciate it. I appreciate it greatly, Ethan. And Vaughn, I appreciate you recommending me to Ethan. Thank you so much, Ethan. Glad to have you here, man. And hope you enjoy. Definitely great to have you along. As this is headed out of play, immediately off the kickoff, it will be an England throw. And England in all white, they're attacking from left to right. Italy in blue, they're attacking from right to left in the second half. This is now headed up by Stones, out of play. And now an Italian throw-in on the way. The same 22 players that started still on the pitch. That will likely change shortly, with substitutions bound to occur later on the second half. You invited him here? Awesome. Awesome. I greatly appreciate that, Vaughn, and thanks, Ethan, for taking up the invite. Here comes a cross from the right wing, blocked by Shaw. Another Italian throw-in coming. And they'll actually give it to England here. So Luke Shaw is over to take it. Luke Shaw to Harry Kane. Kane clipped from behind. And that will be a card. The yellow is flashed to Nicolo Barella, and it's the first booking of the match. So the first yellow goes to Barella just 2 minutes into the half. Yeah, Spinazzola is being missed, that's for sure. You always wanted to hear some soccer play-by-play? Awesome. Well, you are definitely at the right place. This is sent long towards Shaw. Out once more for an England throw-in. England entering the attacking third. Now Shaw spins off a defender, finds Sterling. Sterling still going, and now down he went. But Bjorn Kuipers, the referee, says play on. Sterling, of course, won the controversial penalty against Denmark, but this time not getting the benefit of the doubt. We know Sterling can be so quick in the penalty box. Yeah, Donnarumma's definitely looked solid so far. As this through ball will be cut out, Trippier with the intervention. And now Pickford with the clearance downfield. Let's go back to that Sterling incident. Yeah, Sterling threw himself in front of Bonucci, it looked like. There was certainly some contact, but it appeared as though Sterling was looking for it. Favorite rigged moment? I don't know, Vaughn. I have no clue, to be honest with you. Giorgio Chiellini, the captain of Italy. And now Insigne. Early second half, England with the 1-goal lead. And this looks promising. Edge of the penalty area, Insigne goes down. Foul called against Sterling. Right at the edge of the box. And what a promising opportunity this is for the Azzurri. Yeah, it definitely seemed like a foul upon replay. Danger here for England, perhaps. We saw a set piece from a similar position earlier in the match, which was put over the bar by Insigne, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see what the end product of this set piece is. Yeah, exactly, Ethan. Sterling isn't getting the calls his way like he did against Denmark. The whistle blown. Here's the strike. Just wide once again. Lorenzo Insigne with a fine effort trying to curl this ball into the top corner. Just had a bit too much curl going away from goal. And so a goal kick it is for England. No, that's a great punt by goal kick by Pickford, I should say. Settled by Kane. Now Kieran Trippier. And it was last off of him. Throw into Italy. Here's Bonucci. Still a lot of time left in this match. England clinging on to the lead. Springing forward was Di Lorenzo. He lost possession, and now it's Kane on the left flank. Kane closed down, and here come Italy the other way. A burst of speed. This is Federico Chiesa. Chiesa down the right wing. Crossing, and the header won by Walker, who calmly sends it back to Pickford. Which sport is rigged the most? I'm not sure, Vaughn. I don't know, man. My thoughts about Brazil, Argentina, and Messi and Neymar's friendship. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good game. Obviously, it was at times I thought it was a bit tough to watch just because of the amount of fouls. There was no real rhythm to the game, but it was suspenseful, and the tension was certainly high between two rivals like that in such a close game. So I enjoyed it. I'm happy for Messi that he won a major tournament at last and won a trophy for Argentina, as Insigne, with an individual effort, decides to go for a goal, but that's well off target. And the Italian fans are left in disappointment. And now Roberto Mancini set to make his first change. Regarding Messi and Neymar's friendship, I mean, yeah, I think, they're close friends from their days at Barcelona. But, of course, at the international stage, when they face off, it's they're bitter rivals at that point. And that Italian substitution that I alluded to will take place at the next stoppage. This is Declan Rice. Yes, Vaughn. ESPN Plus shows all MLS games that are not nationally televised. So, yeah, outside of the nationally televised games, ESPN Plus has all of them. Although there are blackout restrictions, regional restrictions, I should say. So, like, you live in, I think, Vaughn, since you live in Northern California, I think San Jose Earthquake games would be blacked out on ESPN Plus since you live in that region, if you know what I mean. But yeah. And here comes the change. Brian Cristante is on. And off for Italy comes Ciro Immobile. It's been an underwhelming tournament for Ciro Immobile. Actually, Immobile will be replaced by Berardi. So it's a double substitution here from the Italians. Domenico Berardi replaces Immobile. Meanwhile, a foul called on the far side of the pitch. Down went Sterling. Yeah, I agree, Michael. Italy have been the better side since the break, and a yellow card will be shown. The one booked is Leo Bonucci. Second booking of the match. 55th minute of play. And by the way, Cristante for Italy replaced Nicolo Barella. So those are your Italian changes. No substitutions yet from Gareth Southgate. Yes, that is correct, Vaughn. ESPN Plus will have all NHL games that aren't nationally televised, just like MLS next season. Yep. Now the Italy set piece. Early stages of the second half. Bjorn Kuipers had to have his equipment fixed up, and Harry Maguire is there, but the header sent over the bar. It definitely looked dangerous, but Italy keep it a one-goal game. Yeah, Sterling seems to be everywhere in general. Yeah. Anything about Messi's probable 7th Ballon d'Or? I mean, I think it's possible he wins it. The Ballon d'Or is definitely a rigged award, I feel like. As that cross deflected, maybe a chance. Insigne closed down the near post as Jordan Pickford made the stop. And now it comes back out to midfield. Mm-hmm. Here is Marco Verratti. Now Jorginho. I'm not entirely sure, Vaughn. I know when ESPN Plus showed, select NHL games in the past, it would black out Bruins games for me since I live in the Boston market. Well, it was no problem for me since, I have Nesson. I have the Bruins local channel. So I'm not entirely sure, Vaughn. I think that would be the case, though, where they'd black out Sharks games for you since you live in the region. But ESPN, there are 75 games where ESPN Plus exclusively televised games, which won't be on regional channels. So those games you can only watch on ESPN Plus. So yeah, no matter where you live, if like a Sharks game was one of those 75 games, then yes, you would be able to watch those. To the best of my knowledge. Don't take my word on all of that, Vaughn, but to my understanding, that is how it's going to work, as Jorginho's ball out wide is saved along the sideline. But too heavy of a touch from Berardi, and a throw-in awarded to England. It's certainly been, and it certainly still is, a very lively atmosphere inside Wembley Stadium. You're in the Philly area, Ethan? Okay. Right. No, Flyers games, I believe, are on NBC Sports Philadelphia, right? The local games anyways. So yeah, as long as you have that channel, you should be able to, that won't change for you. But yeah, when it comes to the nationally televised games, it'll be on ESPN and TNT. So when it comes to non-nationally televised games, it will be, I think it will be blacked out on ESPN Plus. But as long as you have NBC Sports Philadelphia, you should be able to watch all of the Flyers games. But when it comes to the nationally televised games, it'll be on ESPN and TNT. So yeah, I don't think, yeah, so that's how it's going to be. Yep. As this cross is floated in, and a handball is called against Italy. Italy seemed to be in disbelief. Yeah, it definitely went off the arm of Emerson, off his chest first, but then struck the left arm. We reached the hour mark inside Wembley Stadium, And England have a 1-goal lead over Italy. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. It's been a great tournament to call. And I'm happy to bring you the final. A match that hasn't disappointed thus far between two powerhouses of European football. Looking to write history tonight. And now, here is Declan Rice. Rice with a burst of speed forward, and the through ball will go all the way to Donnarumma. Yes, I did see that, Vaughn. Yep. Not a bad crew. Sliding in was Rice. Out it goes for an Italian throw. Half an hour remains. Italy still seeking their first goal of the match. Yeah, I think a lot of people wanted him, Vaughn. Yeah. Ball on the far side now, and the lead pass came from Cristante, but he and his teammate weren't on the same page. Pickford out of his box. There comes the clearance, settled by Bonucci. Now Federico Chiesa. Chiesa still going. Chiesa looking for a shot. There it comes! And Pickford keeps it out. So close was Federico Chiesa to the opening goal for Italy. Now it's Lorenzo Insigne. Insigne played it behind Berardi, and Pickford is there. What a stop by the English keeper. Let's take a look back at the replay. His left hand getting onto the ball. That's a great stop by Pickford to keep it out, because it was certainly a good shot by Chiesa. Big save from Pickford. Yeah, it seems like Italy are getting closer to an equalizer, Ethan. It seems that way. They've been the better team in the second half, as Michael said. And that was last touched by Giovanni Di Lorenzo. A corner kick awarded to the English. What a fantastic atmosphere. About 65,000 in attendance in a 90,000 capacity stadium. Of course, due to COVID, full capacity not permitted, but this is still a brilliant scene as the cross is delivered, and John Stones got a piece of it. Just over the bar it went, but I believe another corner kick will be coming for England. And that will be the case. You were 2 years old when the NHL was on ESPN, yeah. That was right around when I was born, when ESPN lost the rights. Yeah, it definitely, they said it's 65,000, Ethan, but it certainly looks like more than that. There were the same rumblings for the semifinal between England and Denmark, where it seemed like more fans were permitted than what it was supposed to be. But yeah, and as you say, outside of the stadium, there's 65,000 more. It's insane. And I mean right outside the stadium. In all of London, I can only imagine what the streets are like. As Donnarumma was there at the edge of his box, denying Mount of getting on the end of it. 65th minute in the Euro 2020 final. Luke Shaw, all the way back in minute number 2, scored for England. Nothing's changed since. Here's Marco Verratti. Out wide for Emerson. Now Verratti. Down the right wing. It's held by Cristante. Italy very patient in their build-up play. I live in Massachusetts, Ethan, and particularly inside my house. This is my basement. I like to call it my studio down here, where it's nice and quiet, where there's no interruptions from my brother, sister, dog, mom, dad. And this is a dangerous-looking service. The header over as Maguire got there for England. What's going on, Vegas, the sports fan almighty? How you doing? I appreciate you stopping by. Oh, you said who am I for in this match? Sorry, I completely misread your question, Ethan. I am rooting for Italy. I'm hoping Italy pull through. I do. Vegas is going for England. All right. And this is a ball floated to the back post. Header off the post, and it's cleaned up and put away. Leonardo Bonucci has pulled the Italians level. In the 67th minute, the score is tied. And the minority of Italian supporters in attendance are now the ones going crazy behind the England goal. Bonucci celebrates, and the Italians rejoice. It was about time that the Italians found the net. Since the start of the second half, Italy have been the more dangerous of the two teams. This corner came all the way through. Pickford got a piece of the original header that went off the post from Verratti. And then there to clean it up was Leonardo Bonucci. 1-1. We're all level inside Wembley Stadium. The celebrations tell the story. And Italy are right back in this match. Italy are level, and it's game on in London. Wow. What a goal that is. And now here is Chiellini heading back to Donnarumma. That certainly changes the outlook of this match. Bonucci, the longtime veteran player for Italy, gives them a burst of energy. And now here they come, Italy with all the momentum on their side. Insigne for Chiesa. I appreciate that, Ethan. And now the cross flashed across the face of goal, but beyond everyone. And now for an England throw-in. Well, that's Bonucci's first goal in his 7th match of these Euros. The defender doing the dirty work from the set piece. It's one of the easiest goals he'll score, quite frankly. But he was at the right place at the right time off the Italian corner kick. The header from Verratti parried off the post by Pickford. But Bonucci first to the rebound. '70th minute approaching. The possession 71 to 29% in favor of Italy. The total attempts 7-2 Italy. And the attempts on target 4-1 in favor of the Azzurri. All of the stats pointing Italy's way. And now the momentum is all on their side. And it looks like Gareth Southgate is set to make his first substitution. Apologize about that. There were some problems over on my Twitch stream, but it looks like that's been resolved. Bukayo Saka is set to enter the match for England. He started in the semifinal, and Kieran Trippier will be the one who makes way. Bukayo Saka, the youngster at Arsenal. And so he comes on, the first substitution from Southgate. I can't remember off the top of my head, Vaughn. I was 1 year old in 2005, so I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Yeah, exactly, Ethan. Italy have had almost all of the possession, and England just can't seem to get the ball back at this moment in time. Just under 20 minutes to play now. This is Giorgio Chiellini. Now Jorginho. Italy in the second half showing why they've gotten this far in impressive fashion. And if it wasn't nervy already for England, it certainly is now. That ball deflected back towards Pickford, and he's there. Well, the Euros might be ending tonight, but the MLS season rolls on next weekend, Saturday, 5 Eastern Time. The New England Revolution take on Atlanta United. Then next Sunday at 2, it's Minnesota United, I should say, taking on the Seattle Sounders. Those are two intriguing matchups in both the Eastern and Western Conference. This is sent wide for Kyle Walker. Saka finds Kane. Advantage played by the referee. Kane looking for the return pass, but broken up by Emerson. Italy will just slow things down a bit. This game as tense as ever. Need to get into the MLS more? Yeah. No, it's a great league. I'm a big MLS fan. I live in Massachusetts, as I said, so I'm a Boston sports fan. So the New England Revolution are my MLS team. I actually go to a lot of their home games at Gillette Stadium. It's a fun time. And now Gareth Southgate is set on bringing on Jordan Henderson, it appears. Not quite yet. This is dangerous for England. Chance in front. And it's sent over the bar. Arriving was Jordan Pickford. He didn't quite get there. And it was Berardi with the chance. Just couldn't keep it down. And my, oh my, what an opportunity for the Italians. Just over the crossbar. Oh, it was the Sharks who won in 2005. All right, Vaughn. There you go. And here comes that England change I mentioned. Declan Rice off. Jordan Henderson comes into the match. So the second change from Gareth Southgate tonight. 74th minute now. You're a fan of the New England Revolution as well? That's awesome, Vegas. Yep. They're looking good this season so far, although they had an ugly loss against Toronto the other day. They're still first in the East, though. And play continues here. Chiesa ahead for Insigne. Insigne. Now the lead pass, maybe a chance, but the ball just got caught between the feet of Cristante. And Jordan Pickford eventually claimed the ball as we have just over 15 minutes to play. You are back. I appreciate it, GameX. What a match it has been. Another turnover by England. This is Insigne. Wide it goes for Chiesa. Chiesa into the penalty box. And nice work by Kyle Walker. as he finds Saka. Did that strike the arm of Saka? Or was it off of England? Either way, it is Italy ball. They did award a throw into the Italians. 75 minutes in the books. A quarter of an hour remains. It was Shaw in the second minute. It was Bonucci in the 67th. It's 1-1. Both teams on level terms. Yeah, same here, Vaughn. Same here. This is Marco Verratti, the PSG man. Verratti to Chiesa. And that pass intercepted by Maguire, but he sends it directly out of play. England just having a real tough time maintaining possession at the moment, and really for a majority of the half. Back it comes to Bonucci. Giorgio Chiellini. The momentum has completely been taken away from England. That's safe to say. Holding here is Jorginho. Now Verratti forward for Chiesa. And now it's Marco Verratti. Thank you, RunaTube, for tuning in over on Twitch. Who do I think is going to win? I picked Italy before the match, and I'm going to stay with them. Now that they've got that, now that they have that equalizer, all the momentum's on their side. So I'm sticking with my pregame pick. Yes, I am from Massachusetts. You're from Rhode Island. Okay, very good. Yeah, I live a few miles from the Rhode Island border, so that's very good. Yeah. Yeah, me neither, in all honesty, Ethan, as this ball is claimed by Maguire. He went down, and a late whistle came, but a foul called against Verratti. Yeah, there was a little delay on that call, but it did come. Eventually from Bjorn Kuipers, the Dutch official. Now it's Shaw finding Maguire. Maguire went down, and another late whistle. But a free kick is awarded. Anxious fans in attendance. You can just feel the anxiety running throughout Wembley Stadium. Bukayo Saka clipped by Verratti. Italy just slowing down England in every way they can. Trying to mess up their rhythm. You're happy I picked Italy? Yeah. My thoughts on the Bundesliga? I don't have much thoughts about it. I think it's a good league. It's an entertaining league. There's a lot of Americans. There's a good number of Americans playing in the Bundesliga as well. That's why I enjoy watching it a lot. But I am tired of Bayern winning it every season. So hopefully that changes. I definitely like the Premier League more. For me, it's probably Premier League. Bundesliga and La Liga are close for me. And I do enjoy Serie A too. I don't really watch the French league that much, though. Here's Chiesa for Italy down the left wing. Chiesa still going. Now bumped off the ball. No foul. And that will be a whistle against Verratti. And Chiesa is down in quite a bit of discomfort as we approach the 80th minute. Yeah, no call there. That definitely seemed like it certainly could have been a foul against Kyle Walker. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, and this isn't looking too good for Chiesa. He's been such an integral piece of this Italian front line throughout this tournament. The Bundesliga isn't rigged for Bayern. Bayern are just superior. That's the one thing I don't like too much about the Bundesliga. They just get players from Bayern just get players with ease from their, rival teams like Dortmund, Mönchengladbach, Frankfurt. Once those players get good on those teams, Bayern just snatch them. And so that's why they assemble like an all-star team. The emotion, just something else on the face of Leonardo Bonucci after he scored that game-tying goal. Is that right, Ethan? Yeah, no, it's I love a lot of sports, to be honest. My dad is from Portugal. My dad played college soccer, and he coached college soccer. He's now a soccer referee, so it runs in the family. It's a great sport. Yeah, the World Cup is always exciting. I watch a bit of everything, to be honest with you. This is the first year you watch the Euros? Yeah. Well, I definitely hope you enjoy it. The Euros are always, so fun to watch as Federico Chiesa gingerly gets up to his feet. His right boot is off as he limps towards the sideline. Yeah, the Bundesliga has some great talent, for sure. So it looks like Bernardeschi is set to replace Chiesa if Chiesa is unable to continue, and it's just not looking good. But we'll see. No, I do not like 0-0 games, Vaughn. I don't think anyone does. Sometimes you get, a 0-0 game that's actually kind of entertaining. Like there were a lot of chances and just no goals, but rarely that's the case. Typically 0-0 games are boring, so. Here's Kyle Walker. Time is running down in regulation. This is Jordan Henderson of Liverpool. Yeah, definitely Game X. There were a lot of big Premier League games as well that were 0-0, unfortunately. Yeah. Here's Mason Mount. Now Shaw back to Mount. Play goes on. Mount back to Saka. And Saka took it off his thigh. And eventually it's cleared by Italy. Now Calvin Phillips. 7 minutes left until we reach the 90-minute mark inside Wembley. I don't know, Ethan. I think penalty kicks is a real possibility. I thought that coming in, and definitely seems like there's a real chance we go to PKs. I definitely wouldn't rule it out. We'll see. Here's Bukayo Saka. Phillips tripped up. Free kick awarded. And now a yellow card shown. This is the third of the match, and all 3 yellows have gone to Italy. And this time, it's Lorenzo Insigne booked. So the English will have a free kick. Long way out from goal, but still from a promising position. And standing over the set piece are both Mason Mount and Bukayo Saka. Mount floats one in towards Maguire. The header out of the box. And now a strike from distance Off target by a mile from Luke Shaw. No harm done to Italy. Yeah, this is pretty big indeed. And now Italy will make their third change. And it will be Bernardeschi coming in. Federico Chiesa unable to carry on. You hate to see an injury to such a great player like Chiesa force him to come off in a huge match like this. But he's unable to carry on, and so Bernardeschi is in. Well, Bayern don't steal good players from other clubs. They acquire good players from other clubs. It's not like Bayern do anything illegally. They just have a lot of money. So they have the ability to get good players from other clubs because those other clubs are willing to make those deals since Bayern offer them some good money for those players. Four minutes left. Chiellini for Bonucci. This comes all the way through. Handled by Jordan Pickford. A look at some updated stats. The possession 64 to 36% in Italy's favor. The shots 15 for Italy. And attacking third touches heavily in favor of Italy as well. And play is stopped as we have a streaker on the pitch. A fan running onto the field. Security will take care of him as the cameras pan away from the idiotic fan. Yep, a streaker. They had to get their fame at the Euro final. Getting on TV. Do I think Germany played good in the Euros? No. They were too inconsistent at the end of the day. And I was really disappointed by their performance against England in the round of 16. Don't get me wrong, Germany were great against Portugal, but then they were almost bounced from the group stage when they nearly lost to Hungary. So, no, Germany were just too inconsistent at the end of the day in the Euros. But I do think they'll bounce back for the World Cup next year with a new manager and all. But yeah, it was a disappointing campaign for Germany. So the pitch invader has been dealt with by security. Play continues. Saka will leave it for Kyle Walker. Two minutes now from stoppage time. Intense moments at the Euro final. Here's Raheem Sterling. Sterling has pace. Sterling to the end line. Couldn't save it. Goal kick to Italy. Boy, is he electric on the ball. Yeah, France are even more disappointing considering their expectations. Yeah, I couldn't believe they lost to Switzerland. That was crazy. Yeah, I had France winning it all. That was crazy how they bowed out that early. Bonucci to his center back partner, Giorgio Chiellini. 89 minutes in the books. Thanks everyone for being a part of this broadcast. Now it's Marco Verratti. Calvin Phillips with the interception. And now England coming the other way. Wide it goes for Raheem Sterling. Sterling. Was he fouled? No. Play continues. And now Italy looking for the counter. Bernardeschi with his first touches. And it's last off of Italy. England awarded a throw-in. We're seconds away from stoppage time. Do I think France will be the favorites for the World Cup? Personally, I do think so. You say Belgium are the World Cup favorites? Yeah, I'm not so sure, GameX. Possibly. I don't know, though. Time is running out for Belgium's golden generation. A lot of their best players are certainly getting up there in age, and we have got the word of stoppage time. There will be 6 additional minutes. And what a final 6 minutes this should be. Of regulation anyways. Will someone break the deadlock? You think it'll be France, Belgium, or Italy? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. How about the USA? No, I'm just playing. I hope the USA, though. First, they got to qualify, of course, but I expect them to do so, and hopefully they have, a pretty good World Cup run in Qatar next year. I'm hoping that the USA can, perhaps make it to the quarterfinals. We'll see. I'm keeping my hopes up. I will be on the call for the USA's Gold Cup opener tonight against Haiti. Yeah, their women's team is obviously best in the world. USA women are certainly favorites for every World Cup, and they will be for the Olympics this summer. I will be calling some U.S. women's national team Olympic games this summer. If this result holds, we will head to extra time where there will be 2 15-minute halves, and if still tied after that, penalty kicks would decide the European champion. You already know, Pulisic is something special. Yeah, as this cross is delivered, all the way through it comes, and Insigne couldn't settle. Now it's Walker, ahead for Bukayo Saka, and that's blasted out of play as Chiellini came swooping in for Italy. 4 minutes left in second half stoppage time. Thanks, everyone, for stopping by as Jordan Pickford sends this one far downfield and a bit of a risky header back to Donnarumma. But in the end, Bonucci knew what he was doing. Yes, GameX, Serginho Dest is a player I also love. Jorginho, direct ball forward, settled by the chest of Emerson. Chiellini for Verratti. And now Verratti once more. He'll find Chiellini. We're midway through stoppage time. Will it be another long night in London, or will there be late drama at the end of the second half? Chiellini for Marco Verratti. Jorginho, once more Chiellini. No, Runatube. France were abysmal at the Euros. I mean, they lost to Switzerland in the round of 16, so, and they were expected to win the tournament by most, so. Do you think who are out, GameX? Yeah, I'm confident as well, Vaughn. I'm confident the U.S. will qualify for the World Cup, for sure. Controlled touch by Insigne. 2 minutes left in second half stoppage time. Verratti's pass cut out by Saka. But it's quickly back into the feet of Italy. And time is running out. Oh, England. Okay. Yeah, I mean, well, they're very much still in the game, but it is certainly a nerve-wracking time to be a supporter of both nations, quite honestly. And yeah, England just can't get possession right now. Under 90 seconds left. Nice 1-2. Here comes the cross. And Walker's there, chesting it back to Pickford. And now Pickford with the quick punt deep downfield, but all the way from box to box as Donnarumma is there for Italy. A minute left in regulation. Jorginho, gorgeous ball, but Calvin Phillips is there. Popped into the air and now settled by Henderson. Leaping header won by Bonucci. Insigne turns. Saka's there for the steal. Now a bouncing ball along the sideline, and Bonucci throws down Saka. Sorry, that was Chiellini. Okay, that was Chiellini. My apologies. So that is a yellow card for Giorgio Chiellini. Yep, he grabbed him by the collar. That was quite blatant. Yeah. Seemed unnecessary as well from Chiellini because the ball was getting away from Bukayo Saka. So Chiellini given the yellow card. And maybe one last chance before the second half closes. England with a free kick. Italy with everyone back. Phillips drives it to the other side. That won't do much. Headed away, and there is the whistle. 90 minutes in the books, but it's not enough in this UEFA Euro 2020 final. We will head to extra time after both semifinals required 120 minutes at least. The final will as well. And it's another long night in London. After 90 minutes of play, it's England 1, Italy 1, extra time after this quick break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody, at the Piazza del Popolo in Rome, Italy. The fans were going crazy after Leonardo Bonucci's equalizing goal in the 67th minute, and that goal is the reason why we are heading to extra time. 90 minutes, simply not enough to decide the Euro champion. An additional 30 minutes coming up. And what a game this has been between Italy and England. One goal apiece as we get ready for the extra 30-minute period. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in tonight or this evening, wherever you're tuning in from. Greatly appreciated, as always. Both teams are on the pitch. We're ready to go for the first period of extra time. How suspenseful, as England will kick off. Italy in all blue, England in all white. And here we go to extra time. It looks like another change will be coming first off from Roberto Mancini. Remember, each manager given an extra substitution in extra time. 5 allowed in regulation, a 6th substitute allowed in extra time. And so Lorenzo Insigne will come off for Andrea Bellotti. Insigne seems to have a bit of an injury. He's on a yellow card as well. So Mancini not wanting to take that gamble. Instead, gets the fresh legs of Bellotti onto the pitch. And off we go in the first period of extra time. All right, I'll see you, GameX. You're going to bed now. I know it's like 2:30 in the morning where you are, GameX, in India. So I understand, but I don't know, man. You stayed up this late. You might as well fight back your tiredness for the final 30 minutes. But you said you have school tomorrow as well, so maybe you should get to sleep. In extra time, it's 2 15-minute halves, and if it's still tied after that, we go to penalty kicks. No golden goals, so the full 30 minutes of extra time will be played out no matter what. My favorite color is blue. Runatube. Yep. Blue is my favorite color. Just down the road in London at the All England Tennis Club, it was an Italian, Matteo Berrettini, falling to the great Novak Djokovic in the Wimbledon men's singles final. Can Italy make up for Berrettini's loss and come out victorious in the same city? Henderson ran into the wall that was Emerson. Emerson just stood tall, and Henderson did not see him there. Free kick was awarded to England. Pickford towards Kane. Now won back by Italy. Here's Bellotti. His first touch. Cristante. And perhaps a high boot. It is from, looked like Berardi. It was Berardi trying to play the ball, but the high boot came towards the face of Maguire. Yeah, definitely, Ethan. It's a great sports day for sure. As you say, we had the Wimbledon men's final earlier, the Euro final right now, the NBA finals and MLB draft are both tonight. Yeah, absolutely fantastic day if you're a sports fan. Here is Mason Mount. Mount finds Luke Shaw. And that's last touched by Giovanni Di Lorenzo. Throw into England. And now it looks like Mancini set to make his fifth substitution of the match very shortly. Di Lorenzo will take this Italian throw-in. Some pressure coming from Sterling, who ultimately falls on top of Jorginho. Nothing called, just a goal kick. '94th minute. Oh, is that right, Vaughn? Is that the U.S. Open? I'm not really a golf fan, so I'm not sure, but I think I saw advertisements for it. Leonardo Bonucci, the goal scorer for Italy in possession. Early on in the first period of extra time. Oh, the Open Championship in the UK. Got it, Vaughn. Okay. And that long ball forward ends up right into the hands of Pickford. Just at the edge of his box. Oh, I greatly appreciate that. Tanumaya, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I appreciate the kind words. And thank you, Luxers, for joining the stream. England posing a threat, and the cross from Sterling cut out. Chiellini got in the way. Corner kick for the Three Lions. Great recovery from Chiellini. Yeah, great slide. The 36-year-old, fit as a fiddle. And now Italy have this England corner kick to worry about. Meanwhile, Marco Verratti will be sacrificed for Manuel Locatelli. You can tell Verratti isn't too pleased about being taken off, but that's expected reaction in a big match like this. So Locatelli's on. Shaw plays this corner in. Out of the box. Phillips from distance. It flashed wide. Not a bad look at all from Calvin Phillips. And Italy survive a scare. Wow. Yeah, just wide in the end. It was a scary moment for all Italian supporters. 97th minute in London. Bonucci to Chiellini. Once more, Bonucci. Chips it towards Bernardeschi. One back by England. Harry Kane lays it off. This is Henderson. Henderson out wide. No one there. It's a poor pass and an unforced turnover. As it looks like Gareth Southgate is set to bring on Jack Grealish shortly. Here is Di Lorenzo. Di Lorenzo crosses. John Stones first to the ball. Will be a throw-in for Italy. What's going on, Bobby? How are you doing, man? Yep, Forza Italia, indeed, man. This has been a heck of a game. And here comes Jack Grealish, although the change will come at the next stoppage, in fact. Grealish will just have to be a bit more patient, but he can be the super sub for England that they're looking for. It's a nice turn. And now here comes the shot. Deflected effort from Bellotti. And Pickford is under it. Mount tackled from behind. England looking for a quick restart, but before that, the substitution will be made. Off comes Mount, in comes Grealish. And there's a roar from the supporters at Wembley. They know what a special talent Jack Grealish is. Certainly a player capable of starting in this side. But he comes on here as a substitute. And we'll see how he does off the bench for the final 20-plus minutes of extra time. Certainly a worthy option off the bench to be a difference maker. Grealish, this free kick up the line, ekes its way to Shaw. Kane went down. Play continues. Calvin Phillips to Saka. Saka still with the ball. Now back for Shaw. Deflected cross. Now cleared away as Italy can breathe deeply for a second. England looking a bit better these past few minutes. We've reached the 100th minute mark. 20 to go from Wembley. Will the deadlock be broken in that span? Header forward by Bonucci. And that will be offside. England had an extremely high line, and Bellotti was fooled by it. Just a shoulder offside there. Andrea Bellotti, the Italian substitute. Here's Grealish down the left wing. He's on. Grealish into the box. Holds. A double team comes. Grealish flicks it on to Saka. And that went off his shin and over the end line. Yeah, the slight touch from Di Lorenzo completely threw off Bukayo Saka. The build-up looked promising there for England. The 102nd minute in London. It's a heavy challenge. Out it goes for an England throw. Or have they overturned the decision? Yes, Bjorn Kuipers overturning the decision. It'll actually be Italy's throw. About 3 minutes left until we reach the stoppage time in the first period of extra time. Yeah, the last few minutes, England have certainly took some of the momentum Italy had away. This is Harry Maguire. It's another poor pass. Maguire's had a few of those. Bonucci. Over to Chiellini. Bonucci once more. It's a nice one-touch pass. Out wide. It's Bernardeschi to Emerson. Emerson breaking free. Cross in. Second chance, and it's put wide. Wow, what an opportunity for the Azzurri. Italy claiming it should be a corner kick. But the referee signaled a goal kick. What a wild sequence this was. Emerson delivering the cross. Pickford got a piece of it as the near post run was made by Bernardeschi. And Pickford did well, and then on the rebound, it was a tough adjustment that had to be made. Couldn't quite make out who it was, but the follow-up went wide. Italy so close to taking their first lead of the match. As we close in on minute 104. Di Lorenzo for Bonucci. Now Chiellini. The ball chipped forward. Stones the header. Settled by Bernardeschi. Now edge of the box. Here's a shot. Blocked on first try. And on second attempt as well. It looked like Locatelli had the opportunity. It's one back by Italy in the midfield. Slide tackle. Comes in from behind. And Kane whistled for the foul. Will there be any stoppage time here? Yes, there will. 1 minute added on to the first period of extra time. After that, there'll be about a 2-minute break. Both teams will switch sides, and we'll get ready for the second 15-minute period of extra time. That cross cut out by Maguire. And Grealish gets plowed over by Di Lorenzo, earning a free kick. Jordan Pickford up to take this England free kick. Forward by Henderson. And now Locatelli is whistled for the foul. In fact, a handball has been called against the Italian. Yeah, it struck the right arm. Why are there soccer balls in the background? Good question. That just happens to be my setup. Actually, my dad coached college soccer, and each soccer ball is for every 100 wins he had in his coaching career at the college level. The ball that's not framed yet there it is. The most recent one was his 400th win. It hasn't been framed yet. But yeah, each ball was signed by his players. So yeah, a cool gesture by them. Yeah, I think it's a cool backdrop. I hope it is. Here comes the free kick, but it will be a foul going out. And surely that will bring us to the break. It will. The end of the first period of extra time. Italy 1, England 1. Still the score. And will this game be decided by a penalty shootout? If neither team can score in the next 15 minutes, that will be the case. And we all know how terribly nerve-wracking penalty kicks can be. It's essentially the lottery at that point. The fans on both sides trying to stay positive. By the looks of it, it's the Italian supporters feeling the most joy right now. It's more nerves on the side of England, it feels. By the looks of it around Wembley Stadium, the England fans trying to stay positive themselves. A quick break, and then we will be off and running in the second half of extra time. Of course, in the last Euros, the 2016 edition 5 years ago, in France, it was Portugal who knocked off Italy in extra time. Eder, the unlikely hero. You like the backdrop, Ethan? I appreciate it. Yeah, it's I am a big Boston sports fan, as I mentioned, being from Boston. All my Boston sports stuff is on that side, off camera. So all the soccer stuff happens to be behind me. But yeah, it's a bit tough filling the backdrop. My ping pong table, my table tennis table is upright, as you can see behind me, because I'm bringing it into my garage for the summer eventually. But yeah, with no wall behind me, it's a bit awkward with a lot of space in the back of me, but trying to make it look pretty good. And it looks like Marcus Rashford is going to enter for England here as we get ready for the second half of extra time. Just a fantastic atmosphere at Wembley Stadium. This is, of course, the sixth home game for England in this tournament at Wembley. Their only road game was in Rome for their quarterfinal matchup against Ukraine. Other than that, it's been home field advantage throughout for England. And we are ready to go for the second period of extra time. There's the whistle from Bjorn Kuipers, and off we go in the final 15 minutes of extra time. Or else penalty kicks will decide the winner. England kickoff. They're going from right to left. England left to right. This is out wide with Emerson. This is Italy's third extra time game of the tournament. In the round of 16, they beat Austria in extra time. In the last round, the semifinals, they beat Spain in penalty kicks. This is England's second extra time game. Of course, in the semifinals, they beat Denmark 2-1 in extra time. Maguire committing the foul there, going through Belotti, and he's shown yellow for the infraction. So right away to begin the second period of extra time, a booking, and it's the first yellow for England, as a matter of fact. And a dangerous set piece coming for Italy. Jordan Pickford providing instructions to his wall. What a moment this could be. Is it within shooting range? That's a question that will be answered very shortly. I'm not so sure if we'll see a strike from this far out. It is possible. We could. And here it comes, the whistle blown. It's Bernardeschi. Pickford the save. He spilled it for a moment, but is back on the ball before Jorginho could get there. You'll be right back? All right, no problem. I appreciate it, Ethan. And that is off of Chiellini. Throw into England. Kyle Walker to take it. The England fans trying to do as much as they can to get behind their team in the final stages of extra time. I love this match. Still a little ways to go in extra time. Maybe a chance. That ball fell for Grealish, blocked by Di Lorenzo. And now it's Harry Kane. Clipped in, punched away. Donnarumma came off his line. And the decision pays off, although that just about went wrong for him. And now Saka follows through. No foul there. And Italy could be posing a threat the other way. Laid ahead by Locatelli. Jorginho to the back post. Actually, Belotti to the back post, but the flag has been raised. Andrea Belotti in an offside position. But there was a quick scare for England. And going back to that England chance seconds ago, the ball was placed into a very good area by Kane, and Stones was so close from getting ahead to it. But Donnarumma got a fist on the ball. Luke Shaw, meanwhile, a bit slow getting up. Appears to be all right. Well, as I mentioned 4 minutes ago, Marcus Rashford appeared to be getting prepared to come on, but I don't know if Gareth Southgate has changed course on that, because he's not at midfield on the sideline at midfield, set to enter. So we'll keep an eye on that. Emerson will take this Italian throw in. 110th minute, 10 minutes to play in extra time. 1-1 is still the score between Italy and England. What a final it's been at Wembley. This is Calvin Phillips. Now out wide for Henderson. Forward to Walker. Henderson back to John Stones. Walker into the middle with Phillips. You're back? All right, I appreciate that, Ethan. Luke Shaw. Ahead for Grealish. Grealish wanted it. He gets it. Grealish. On the perimeter of the box. 1-2. Back it comes to Sterling. Sterling getting into a dangerous position, but it's last-ditch defending, and a great job by Chiellini, who was on all fours. Able to kick it away from Sterling. A roar from the English supporters. Grealish again on his left foot. Dancing through, finding Shaw. Shaw was looking for Saka. Saka, however, left it, and now Italy managed to clear. However, possession is still with England. This crowd ready to explode in a second's notice. Bouncing ball out for an England throw. Have I thrown my masks in the garbage? No, I still have a couple of masks in my car just in case. I mean, once I've used a mask to the point where it's not usable anymore, then yes. But as I said, being vaccinated here in Massachusetts, we don't really have to wear masks anymore in most situations. But I keep some just in case. Here is Harry Kane. Kane ahead for Sterling. Grealish came sliding in, and he was the one fouled. And he'll require medical attention as well. Italy don't seem too pleased about the decision. But perhaps Jorginho showed his studs. And Grealish is clearly wincing. Jorginho is down as well. He'll require medical attention also. Yeah, that was a brutal collision there. Oh, yeah. If that's not even a yellow, I'm not sure what VAR is doing. They're certainly looking at this because the studs were shown right to the thigh of Jack Grealish. That was nasty from Jorginho. At the same time, Grealish did commit himself. He slid in, so he knew he was taking a risk there, but it's still a reckless challenge from Jorginho with the stud shown. A bit brutal, isn't it? And Jorginho has been shown a yellow card, so VAR not even having to intervene on this one. Jorginho is booked. And this stoppage here will certainly require a good chunk of time to be added on once we hit the 120-minute mark. Looks like Roberto Mancini will make his sixth and final change in a few moments. Yeah, exactly, Vaughn. Same here. Jorginho is pleading his case over on the sideline. You think they'll add 5 to 6 minutes? I'm not sure that much. Maybe 4. We'll see. Phillips floats one in. No problem for Donnarumma. Of course, that depends also on how these last 5 minutes play out. The 115 minutes in the books from Wembley. 5 to go. And then penalty kicks if the result stays put. Bonucci goes wide. And that pass gets all the way through for Bernardeschi. Emerson to Cristante. Giorgio Chiellini. Cristante once more in possession. Now 116 minutes passed. Emerson clips it ahead. Bernardeschi on the turn. Goes for goal. That was blocked by Stones. Italy claiming there was a handball. But the referee not having any interest in those shouts. Pickford will put it on the ground. Kane wins the header. Now Saka on the left side. Saka all the way to the end line. It was kept in play brilliantly by Di Lorenzo. And after all of that, a goal kick it is for the Italians. And so now comes the final change for Italy. And off will come Emerson, the left back who's been filling in for Spinazzola after he got injured in the quarterfinal win against Belgium. And it will be Alessandro Florenzi entering the match. The sixth and final change for Italy. And now Gareth Southgate will make a pair of changes. His fourth and fifth substitutions, but actually he'll hold off until the next stoppage. But I can confirm Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho both set to come on for the Three Lions. This header goes down the line from Florenzi. Out it goes for an England throw-in. 2 minutes left until stoppage time. Bukayo Saka. That pass off the mark for Luke Shaw. And now England. Will they make it yet? Apparently not. There seems to be confusion from Gareth Southgate himself. He's saying, why wasn't the substitution made? I'll have to wait a little bit longer. Rashford and Sancho. Out wide for Florenzi. Now Cristante. Chiellini. Florenzi down the left wing. His cross blocked by Henderson. Another corner coming for Italy. And now those substitutions will be made at last. Rashford in for Henderson, interestingly enough. You have to think that's a decision purely being made because Rashford is a better penalty kick taker than Henderson. Henderson, of course, replaced Rice in the second half, but his night is now done. Of course, the 11 on the pitch when the final whistle blows are the only 11 players eligible to take penalty kicks. And Kyle Walker will be the one coming off for Jadon Sancho. So another change geared towards a focus on a possible penalty kick shootout in a matter of moments. Yeah, I think it's raining there, Ethan. I know at kickoff it was. I think it's still coming down a little bit. No surprise there. We've reached the 120-minute mark. Italy with a set piece. And the header flashed across the face of goal. It's now tracked down on the far sideline. Grealish defending. Cross to the near post, dealt with by Phillips. He'll clear. And there will be 2 minutes added on. That's all. What's going on, Hussein? Thanks for tuning in on YouTube. It's coming to Rome? I hope so, man. I'd rather see Italy win than England. Yeah, just 2 minutes. I was thinking at least 3, if not 4, but just 2 indeed. Oh, now they've said 3. Okay. They've just tacked on another minute. They originally said 2. Make it 3. 3 minutes tacked on as Bernardeschi is defended really well. Great work by Rashford, who just came into the match. And it was last touched by Bernardeschi. Throw in for England. Yeah, I know. I don't know what that was all about, Ethan. That was strange because they put up 2 and then reversed course and changed it to 3. That was weird. Yeah, there's been a few finals that have been the PKs, Ethan. I don't know which ones off the top of my head, but I know there's been a couple, at least, over the history of the tournament. Giovanni Di Lorenzo, about 70 seconds remain in extra time. Florenzi, Cristante. And now Jorginho out wide for Di Lorenzo. A minute left. This ball whipped in all the way through and out for a goal kick. And that might just be the last action of this extra time period. And we very well could be heading for penalty kicks at Wembley Stadium. Pickford eventually takes the goal kick. Headed forward by Kane. Off of Italy. There's still hope left, perhaps, for England. 123rd minute. One last chance, maybe. But no. Phillips on the ball, and the whistle comes from Bjorn Kuipers. 90 minutes wasn't enough. 120 minutes is not enough. Penalty kicks are coming at Wembley Stadium. And this is going to be an epic way to end these Euros. 1-1 between Italy and England. And to PKs we go. Thanks everyone for being a part of this broadcast. And penalty kicks always filled with so much pressure on the shooters. And how will these penalty kicks play out? Of course, an opportunity for both goalies to be the heroes as well. UEFA EURO 2020 will be decided by spot kicks. Wow. Well, take a deep breath, everybody. Of course, a number of celebrities, including David Beckham, in attendance for this one. David Beckham was at Wimbledon just a few days ago, enjoying his time in London and hoping that England can pull through. As Roberto Mancini huddles his team up, Gareth Southgate talking things over with his side as well. And here we go, everybody. Of course, another coin toss will take place at midfield between the captains, Kane and Chiellini. That will decide which end the penalty kicks take place at and who will kick first. Gareth Southgate deciding the order of his penalty kick takers. Roberto Mancini surely doing the same. And here we go. Italy, of course, coming off of a semifinal victory in which they knocked off Spain in PKs. This is England's first experience of penalty kicks at this tournament. And what a moment this will be. Of course, so much pressure, as I mentioned, on the penalty kick takers. Both goalkeepers getting set as well. And the fans around Wembley Stadium watch on in distress. You can only imagine if England come out on top in this penalty kick shootout, what the scene will be at Wembley. Italy, however, trying to dampen the mood. And have England fall short. Here comes the coin toss between Chiellini and Kane, the captains. Who shoots last for both teams? No, I do not have that information. I don't know the order of the penalty kick takers at the moment. Yeah, definitely, Vaughn. If England lose, I'm sure they'll be even if they win, it'll be chaos in the streets. But especially if they lose, I'm sure we could see riots all over London. We'll see. And so, both sets of goalkeepers make their way. The goal they'll be shooting at will be at the right-hand side across your screen. And who will kick first? I will relay that information in a moment. Welcome, Diego. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it, man. Greetings from the state of Washington. Very good. Well, I'm from the other side of the country. I'm from Massachusetts, but very good to have your company. And Michael pulling for England. Bjorn Kuiper's the referee, just reinforcing the rules for both goalkeepers, saying VAR is there. They'll be watching you. Of course, you, as the goalkeeper, when the ball is struck, you have to have at least 1 foot on the line. If both feet are in front of the goal line, when the ball is kicked by the penalty kick taker, and there is a miss, the kick would be retaken. And so here we go. It will be Italy up first. And the score I will be putting up here on the broadcast will be the score of the penalty kick shootout. So there's no confusion. It was 1-1 after extra time. And here we go to penalty kicks. Italy first up. The suspense ever so present at Wembley. And it's Domenico Berardi against Jordan Pickford to get the penalty kick shootout underway. Berardi scores. Pickford guessed the wrong way. A composed finish and just the start to the shootout Italy were seeking. The left foot of Berardi slots one home. Italy in front. And the first penalty kick taker for England will be their captain, Harry Kane. As long as Italy score throughout the shootout, the pressure will continue to be on England. And so up steps Harry Kane. With the whistle, the shot is taken, and Harry Kane tucks one in. Donnarumma predicted correctly. He dove the right way, but too much precision on the strike as Kane placed that one perfectly into the bottom left corner, and we're knotted at one apiece heading into the second round. Up now for Italy is Andrea Bellotti. What's going on, Guillermo? Welcome in. Bellotti versus Pickford. Can the substitute make it 2 for 2 for Italy? A little stutter step, and now the shot denied is Bellotti. A save by Jordan Pickford. And for the moment, the momentum swings to England. Pickford is doing a great job of waiting for the run-up. And right when it was struck, Pickford dove to his left, guessed the right way. And what a big save it is. Yes, Guillermo, I will be doing the U.S. men's national team's game later. I will be on the call for that game against Haiti. Yep. A long day for me, but I'm all for it. And so here's Harry Maguire to put England in front. Can he do it? Yes! Harry Maguire roofs it. Upper 90, top right corner. England in front 2-1. Well, that's how you take a penalty. He, in fact, knocked the camera out. And so England up by a goal. And here comes Bonucci as we get this third round started. Why am I not monetizing this channel? I don't know, Guillermo. I don't know the steps to go through to monetize it. I might think about it, but... Oh, yeah, you can until you get 1,000 subs anyways. Here is Bonucci. He scores! Wow. That was close. Just over the outstretched hand of Pickford. And we're level again at 2. But yeah, Guillermo, I mainly do this because I enjoy it. You know, it's good practice for me. I want to become a sports broadcaster and a play-by-play commentator when I'm older. So, you know, it would be great if I made money, but I just enjoy doing it, even without monetization. And here steps Marcus Rashford. Rashford to put England back in front. Can he do it with his right foot? A slow run up, and he misses! Off the post from Marcus Rashford. And the penalty kick shootout remains tied at 2. Wow. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the run-up, in all honesty. And Rashford strikes the post. The reaction says it all. Just trying to be too perfect, overthinking it, really. And so we head to the fourth round. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the kind words, Diego. Thank you very much. And I appreciate that as well, Guillermo. I appreciate the fact that you're going to tweet out the link. I appreciate it. Here's Bernardeschi down the middle. It takes plenty of confidence to do that, but Pickford dove to his right, and it's converted by Bernardeschi, and Italy are back in front 3-2. Now up steps Jadon Sancho. He came in essentially the final minute of extra time, plausibly so he could be one of their penalty kick takers. Will he deliver in this big moment? Some England fans can't even watch. And Sancho's denied! A save by Donnarumma! Back-to-back misses. Rashford and then Sancho. And Italy are in front 3-2, heading into the final round of penalty kicks. What a save from Gianluigi Donnarumma. And a goal here would clinch the victory. And it's Jorginho who scored the winning penalty kick against Spain, stepping up, looking to be the hero once more for Italy. Can he do it? Jordan Pickford has done his homework. Can he make the stop here? Or will Jorginho deliver glory for Italy? Here we go, the fifth round of penalty kicks, and a chance to end it. Jorginho to win the Euros. Denied! Jordan Pickford, the diving save! Unbelievable! And England stay alive. The loudest roar all night at Wembley. Jordan Pickford diving to his right, off the post. Well, off his glove and then off the post. He keeps it out. And England still have some hope, as Bukayo Saka will now have to score to send us to a bonus round of penalty kicks. Bukayo Saka, one of the younger players in the tournament. He's denied! Donnarumma the save! Italy are champions of Europe! It's all over at Wembley Stadium. 3 consecutive misses from England. And it's once again devastation for the hosts at Wembley. And Italy defeat England on their soil. It's all over. Italy, champions of Europe. It couldn't have been more dramatic, couldn't it? A fantastic final, and England fall just short. The way Italy responded after conceding that early goal, you have to give them credit. They're a resilient bunch, proven tonight, and they are champions. Coming into the tournament, many saw Italy as a good team, but maybe not one that could make it this deep into the tournament and win it all. But that's what Italy have done. And Wembley has gone absolutely silent. Congratulations, Bobby. Italy are champions. Yeah, I don't know the exact age of Saka. I can check that. Just devastating for England. A team who's only won one major tournament And that was way back in the day. They've never won the Euros. And they still haven't. And it's still not home, as Guillermo puts it in nice terms, as Italy win the penalty kick shootout. Thank you very much, Michael. I greatly appreciate it, and sounds great. I'll see you tonight for the USA. We got about 3 hours to get ready for the USA tonight. Bukayo Saka, by the way, is just 19 years old. 19. I think he's the youngest player to take a penalty kick in the Euro final. And you feel for him. Sancho and Rashford also unable to convert on their penalty kicks. They had time to fire up the grill, as you say, Diego. What a match, folks. And sounds great, Ethan. I'll see you tonight. I'm glad to have you, man. I appreciate Vaughn letting you know about the channel. Thanks for letting him know, Vaughn. And I'm glad you enjoyed, Ethan. Glad to have you on board and tuning into this great match. Gianluigi Donnarumma. Consecutive saves, denying Saka to bring Italy the trophy. It's coming to Rome as the trophy will be in their hands in a matter of moments. Riots in London, perhaps. Gianluigi Donnarumma, how about him? He has to be given credit where it's due. Thanks, Emmanuel, for tuning in. How did I hang up the soccer scarves in my room? I have thumbtacks. So I have thumbtacks to hang them up into the wall. Yeah. All roads lead to Rome indeed. Italy won. England won after 120 minutes. And Italy win the penalty kick shootout 3-2 in thrilling fashion. It really couldn't have been a better ending than that for the neutral and for Italians, of course. Just devastating for England. And Italy's celebrations will go long into the night. In fact, we're 2 minutes away from the clock reaching midnight back in Rome. But I'm sure no one will be getting sleep in Italy. Tears of joy from Roberto Mancini. What a job he's done with Italy. And yeah, they deserve it. Absolutely. Well, before I sign off, the moment of the match has to be the game-winning save. Donnarumma denying Saka and clinching the victory for Italy. You have to feel for Bukayo Saka, who has such a bright career ahead of him. Had a fine season with Arsenal, just 19 years of age. But his miss means Italy are kings of Europe, and they celebrate with the Italian supporters inside Wembley Stadium. There is a small sea of blue. Of course, it was an England-heavy crowd with this game being in London, but there are plenty of Italy supporters who made the trip. And wow, I just didn't want this game to end, folks. I don't want this broadcast to end. It's been a pleasure calling this thrilling match. And I've enjoyed every game I've called here at the Euros. It's been a fun journey. And unfortunately, the tournament had to come to an end at some point. And England fall just short. Italy victorious. The last Euro final for Italy came in 2012. And that was a game in which they were thrashed by Spain 9 years later. And they are on top. Utter heartbreak for England. You can only imagine the feeling for England tonight. And Italy, meanwhile, they're having the party of their lives. Fantastic scenes for Italy. And yeah, as you said, Vaughn, it's a deserving title for them. No doubt about it. They deserved it. As England applaud their fans. And quite frankly, it was a pretty evenly matched game. The momentum swung on a couple of occasions. There were large portions of the match, especially in the second half and then extra time, where Italy had so much of the ball, more of the chances. And then there were some moments in the match where England had an opportunity, a few opportunities, and really threatened to score the game-winning goal, but it never came. And so, yeah, from a neutral's perspective, a great 3 hours or so as Donnarumma was just tremendous, really, in the penalty kick shootout, it has to be said. Back-to-back saves at the end. And just a great game all around. And we'll see how England bounce back for the World Cup next year in Qatar, of course. And this victory for Italy has to give them so much confidence heading into that World Cup next year, because this is an Italy team who are certainly back on track. Remember, this Italian side missed out on the 2018 World Cup. They failed to qualify for the World Cup in 2018. Mancini has come in. He's just done a fantastic job. And an unbelievable tournament run from them. Well, it was back-to-back saves from Guillermo. I guess it's No, the last kick was a save. So it was Rashford hit the post, Sancho's shot was saved, and then Saka's shot was saved. So yeah, it was back-to-back saves to end it. No, the last shot was a save. The Pickford save then went off the post, but that was on Italy's shot before that. But no, on England's last attempt, that was a save, as Saka was denied. Wow, wow, wow. What a night in London. Yeah, no worries, Guillermo. Well, I appreciate everyone who tuned in tonight. I'm going to eat a meal, get ready for the USA tonight, and they're showing the scenes at Piazza del Palomo in Rome, Italy. Absolutely incredible. And then in Little Italy in San Pedro, California, the fans going crazy as well. Of course, a large Italian population in California. Here in the States, Italian fans around the world having themselves a party. That will do it, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. I am Samuel Reese signing off, saying so long. Italy are champions of Europe. They knock off England on their soil in penalty kicks. I've thoroughly enjoyed coverage of the Euros. Hope you